So guys, I want to welcome you to my YouTube channel today, Discovery Africa TV. I'm glad to have you once again on another video I will be doing. And as you watch the video, please do well to subscribe if you're yet to subscribe to this YouTube channel, Discovery Africa TV. So we all know what has been happening in the country for some time now. Even for this year 2025, we've been seeing several things happening in the country that has caught the attention of both we that is within the country and even people from diaspora, and people has been raising several concerns about what has been happening in the country. And one of the things that has actually been happening is actually what has been happening in Rivers State. So in today's video, I'm actually going to be talking about the state of affairs of Rivers State and Rivers politics, because we cannot but keep talking about all of what is happening in Rivers State since the governor of the state, the elected governor of the state, Similaye Fubara, was actually be suspended, and state of emergency has actually been declared by the president, Bola Ahmed Asiwaju Tinubu. You understand? Several bone of contention was actually being raised towards, justifying the fact that the president does not have what it takes to suspend an elected governor. There is nothing like a state of emergency. The state is peaceful. It's just all of these things is just because of the two parties involved, Similaye Fubara and FCT Minister Yeso Wike. Now, another question people is actually, raising out there is that who is to be blamed for all of this occurrence? Should we blame Similaye Fubara alleged betrayer? Because definitely this was not the agreement he has with his former boss, Yeso Wike, the current FCT Minister. Or should we blame Yeso Wike himself for the alleged plan to have a full capture or full control of the state, even though he's no longer the governor of the state? You understand? So why was Similaye Fubara suspended and Wike was not suspended? Because all this issue on ground is because of the soul of Rivers State, because of the resources of Rivers State, and definitely because of 2027 presidential election. And for the president to have suspended him, the sole administrator was actually been appointed, and he has been doing several things. Although we've been seeing several reactions also, we've seen several women protesting that bring back Similaye Fubara, bring back Fubara, bring back Fubara. Now, Similaye Fubara was actually suspended alongside the State of Assembly lawmakers that day, and it was very, very shocking because assuming the president didn't suspend Similaye Fubara and the lawmakers, a day to that time, or probably a day after that suspension, they are planning to impeach him. You understand? We even saw what Yeso Wike said, testifying that, yes, the president saved Similaye Fubara because he would have been successfully impeached, because majority of the lawmakers were not in support of all of what he's doing as the governor of the state. In a recent event in Padwin Clark funeral service, we saw what Similaye Fubara did when he was being given the mic to talk. He said some things about happenings, about things in Rivers State, and he said, "My spirit has left the place." So you guys fighting and all of that, you guys should just calm down. You don't even know if probably I'm still interested in becoming the governor of the state. But guys, I'll just leave it to the rest of the video. There are several debates that actually was raised in this particular video, bone of contention, most especially, rescue back Rivers State. Now, I know a number of people is not happy that the sole administrator is still there because people felt this is not democracy. This is out of the constitution. So let me leave you to the rest of the video, guys. This is Discovery Africa TV.
Okay, so why will somebody that a lot of people say is an aberration based on our constitution now be dictating on how much time he needs to be able to set things right? In the first place, he's not supposed to be there. He has no mandate of the people. This is just an arrangement because of two political gladiators were fighting in the seat. So why will an aberration now assert himself? Is he enjoying the seats too much?
I must say that what is happening in Rivers State is really pathetic. I have always expressed my displeasure and dissatisfaction over what's happening in Rivers State, because I think what we are doing now and what we are seeing happening today is a situation where if Wike disagrees with you, the state would burn. That's exactly what is happening, and that's why we have a state of emergency today. And of course, when you see where brothers fight, foreigners come, eat over whatever belongs to them and control the system there. That's what we're having today in Rivers State. Let me tell you something. The emergence of IBAS in Rivers State today has destroyed Rivers' economy and destroyed Rivers State completely. I don't blame him so much. I blame the president because I think that there is this animosity the president has against Rivers people. That is why the president will go ahead. That? No, the point it is very obvious with the facts on ground.
No, but this is the case of Fubara. Can you prove the animosity?
No, I'm coming. I'm coming because you ask yourself, what will provoke a president to declare a state of emergency in a Rivers State that was peaceful, that was progressing to an extent, even at the point that the Supreme Court has settled the impasses.
But he had security reports.
The impasses between politicians. If you have security reports, and if you also look at the issues that they actually refer to. One of the issues they referred to was the issue of the bomb blast. Yeah. And the company in question came out to say that, yes, these things happened, but that it didn't actually deal with or destroy most our critical facilities, and that we have resumed operation. So why are you declaring a state of emergency?
So this is the argument a lot of people on the president's side are making. Would you wait for critical infrastructure to be destroyed before you take action? That's the argument.
No. Of course, certainly you want to actually wait.
So what is wrong with the decision?
No. The decision is wrong from all facets. There is nothing to justify what has happened in Rivers State because the president. I think the president did not consider a lot of factors like the economical factors and other developmental factors within Rivers State. Remind yourself that Tinubu has not done anything in Rivers State as of today since he became president. And one will say that it looks like an animosity against Rivers people. You ask yourself that if you
done anything in Rivers
State, nothing from the federal government.
But FARC is going on. FARC allocation is going on.
No,
that's being shared across the state.
See, these are federal character issues and are constitutional things that naturally belongs to the people of Rivers State. And I'm coming. And another thing is this: when you also look at what is happening in Rivers State today, you discover that there is serious hunger in Rivers State for the past 2 months. There is serious hunger. The economy has been depleted. Investors are no longer coming in. We have a man who does whatever he likes, appointed people, and let me tell you, the shocking part is that all the ongoing projects within Rivers State has been suspended as of today.
Okay, Mr. Nwala, sir, the governor has said that his spirit has left there. That's Governor Fubara. His spirit has left there. He's enjoying himself more outside of office than he was within the office. How does this resonate with you and with people in Rivers State when you hear in the midst of all of this, the governor now says, I've left you people to your sole administrator? What has the feedback been to that statement?
I have always held the view and the opinion that whatever we are doing in Rivers State is not because of Fubara. In short, we are not even interested in Fubara himself. We are interested in the soul of Rivers State. And anybody who touches the soul of Rivers State touches Rivers people. And that is why we are against what the president has done. Because the president has destroyed the economy of Rivers State. He has made investors not to come to Rivers State. He has even destroyed the little livelihood we are managing. Go to Rivers State and see what is happening there. So if the governor says he's no longer interested in that, if he wants to return, it's none of our business. We're not doing it for him. He's not our focal point. He was not the only one who was suspended. Don't forget. The assembly members were also suspended. When we say that democracy should be returned back to Rivers State, we're not saying that Fubara should be returned. We are saying that both the assembly members and the governor should be returned back. So if the governor is saying that he's no longer interested, when he returns, he should resign. It's as simple as that. But the point is simple. What we are saying is that democracy should be restored to Rivers State. And that is what we demand for. Nothing more, nothing less. What the president has done is against the wishes of Rivers people, is against the spirit of our constitution and our laws. And let me say this. I have also held the view that the president is making it look like he wants to destroy the economy of Rivers State because Rivers State is in direct competition of Lagos State that he controls. And this is a problem for us. It's a major problem. Because if you destroy Rivers State for Lagos to thrive, it tells so much about what the president is doing. Right now, we know they are actually undergoing negotiations. Let me say this. We are not interested in whatever negotiations they are doing.
What are these
as Rivers people? No. They said, no, we hear in the news negotiations between the governor and the FCT minister and all that. Rivers people, we're not interested in those negotiations. What we want is that democracy should be restored back into our state. Whatever they negotiate and arrive at, it is not our own concern because they have dealt badly with us. These politicians have destroyed us for the past how many years? We led us for 8 years, took us 10 years backward. Today he is destroying our economy with the president. And people are quiet about it. We protested against it. They shot at us, used tear gas canisters at us in this same River State, and the expected of we will not keep quiet. We will not keep quiet.
Okay, we can see how passionate you are about this because it does matter. And I think that that's exactly why we discuss these issues, because they do matter to the people. Let's first take the issue of Sim Fubara himself. You're saying that Sim Fubara individually isn't really your concern, it's more so the office that he holds. So if you're saying that you're not too concerned about Sim Fubara saying that, at this point he's not fighting or tussling, whatever happens will happen essentially. You are saying that you want Sim Fubara back in his rightful position. You also want the assembly members back in their position. So that's your situation. That's what you want, right? But this is all happening under the umbrella of our president. And you've made quite strong allegations against the presidency. So if we could just walk it back. You've said that you feel as though, firstly, the presidency has a problem specifically with River State and River State people. Can you give us specific examples as to why you think that is the case? Why you think the president would single out one state and its people as something negative? Why do you think that?
Let me tell you, when you look at the indices of Nigeria today, and you look at how River State has progressed over time, you would agree with me that, look at Apapa today. Apapa is choked. We have ports in River State. The federal government has not thought it wise to open those ports because it will definitely reduce the inflow in Apapa port and progress the economy of River State. Now, you come back and you ask yourself, different projects are being cited in different states. Which project has the federal government cited in River State under this administration? No project.
Even compared to the former administration, so with the 8 years
of
Buhari,
of course, the Buhari's administration is one failed administration. We keep on saying, of course, the APC has been a disaster from the onset. But of course, you cannot compare an 80s administration to just the 2 years now we have had of the president. Right. But if you look at it, within these 2 years, the president has done nothing for River State people. Now, if the president wanted to end the crisis of River State, let me tell you what he would have done. He would have called his minister to order and tell him, stop whatever you're doing in River State. Even when the Supreme Court has given a decision on the matter and settled the impasse, the president could not go ahead to call his minister to order. It tells you that the president, rather what he did was boycott whatever the Supreme Court has said to declare state of emergency in the state. And you tell me that the president does not have any plan. Let me remind you, a few years ago, there was a leaked conversation between Ibukunle Amosu and Kashim Shettima, where they had alleged that the conversation that was leaked some few years ago, the conversation was how they were going to destroy the economy of the Southeast.
Okay. As we're wrapping up in less than a minute, I just want to fact check you. You talked about Apapa is full, no ports, and they don't want to develop River State. The Rivers Port Complex, according to Nigerian Ports Authority, has the Port of Port Harcourt, Okrika Refined Petroleum Oil Jetty, Hastrop Eagle Cement Jetty, Kidney Island Jetty, Ibeto Jetty, Makoba Jetty, Bitumen Jetty. That's about 6 different infrastructures. So why are you saying they don't want to do anything? And secondly, you said they want to depress Rivers economy for Lagos economy that was already way bigger than Rivers economy. I mean, make it make sense. You see, I'm just here for facts. Now, why do you think they want to depress Rivers economy for Lagos economy that does way more in IGR already than Rivers?
Mr. Rufai, I need to also cast your mind back to these ports you just mentioned. How many of them are functional today?
Yeah.
How many of them are actually working? Don't let me even shock you that if you want to import goods and take it down to the ports in Port Harcourt, you're going to pay more because of this whole cloak of insecurity within the waterways of that particular region. What has the Navy done to check those said insecurity? So importers actually would prefer to land in Lagos to bring their goods to Lagos than take it down to any of the ports within the South or within Port Harcourt, as it were. Now, Lagos is doing well, no doubt, has higher, higher IGR and all that from the look of things. But let me say this, when you look at Nigeria today, the direct competition against Lagos is River State. You can't actually take that out of place. In different sectors. When you look at different sectors, it's actually River State. Now, and to boost whatever, of course, Lagos is already thriving. I'm coming, sir. Lagos is already thriving. And to boost whatever is happening in Lagos State, Rivers State has to suffer because a lot of investors are moving out of Rivers State down to Lagos State.
Facts. You don't have
facts. No, you can't say
you
don't have facts. This is happening on a daily basis. We've seen oil companies move from Lagos down to Rivers State down to Lagos State. And this is continuing because there's a state of emergency in our state. So it has to be lifted.
No, Cheta, that's also not true because many oil companies already have their headquarters in Lagos prior to this time. So that's also not true. So factually,